All right, so these are going to be the instructions for how to log into your CS First account where you're going to find Scratch. So everybody's going to go to their music classroom. Thank you, Mr. Gingrich. At the top of your music classroom, you're going to see a link that says please sign in. So click on that link there. It's going to open up a new tab. You're going to go to the top right, click the blue sign in button. Then you're going to click I'm a student. And it's going to prompt you to choose your WRDSB Google account. Sign in with Google. There it is. And then when it loads up, it's kind of a little bit cluttered. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to see a project called Animate a Name. Please click on that. However, a video is going to pop up. We are not going to use the video instructions. You are going to click on the starter project link right there. Click on that. It's going to be called Untitled. So you're going to want to go up there and rename it. I'm going to call mine John. Okay. And the next thing you need to do is you need to get your what are called sprites in here. And so I don't want a sprite that's an A because my name doesn't have an A. So I'm going to delete it. I'm going to go in here and choose a sprite. Search, letters. My first letter is J. Second one, go in there again, letters, O. Letters, H, letters, N. Now that I've got all my sprites in there, and you're going to do the same for your name, J, O, H, and I'm going to organize them. Now I need to animate them. What do I want them to do? And as you saw at the start, this one is going to go down and up. The J, the O is going to spin. The H is going to pixelate, and the N is going to grow and shrink. So how do I instruct them to do that? Well, all of that is going to happen when I click this flag. So the first instruction that each sprite needs to get is under events. When flag clicked. So for the J, I'm going to drag in when flag clicked. For the O, when flag clicked. For the N, when flag clicked. Sorry, for the H, and for the N, when flag clicked. And what they now know is they're each waiting to get instructions to follow when this flag is clicked. So for the first one, I want the J to go down and back up. So I need to go over to motion. What I want it to do is I want it to glide 1 second to where? So these coordinates are X and Y coordinates, which you likely know. So a little trick with Scratch, if I drag the J to where I want it to go, I want it to go down here. It automatically fills in those coordinates. So I'm going to go glide 1 second to there. Then I want it to glide back up. So I'm going to add this. So now it's going to glide down to negative 129, negative 124, and then it's going to glide back up to negative 129, 10. Let's see how that works. Boing. I actually want mine to delay a bit at the bottom. So I'm going to add a piece of an instruction. I'm going to go under control. I'm going to add wait. So now it's going to glide down, wait 1 second, glide back up. Glide down, wait, glide back up. I'm going to change that to 0.5 seconds. Glide down, wait, glide back up. Perfect. So that one's working. I can now go to the O, which I want to rotate. So I select the O sprite. I'm going to go again to motion. This time I want it to turn. How much do I want it to turn? I want it to turn a quarter of a turn. That's 90 degrees. That's going to turn a quarter. I want it to turn another quarter turn, another 90. 3/4. And then a full rotation of 360 degrees. Let's see what that looks like. It's imperceptible because it spun so fast. We couldn't even see it happen. So we need to instruct it, like we did with the J, to wait. So again, that's in control. Wait, excuse me, wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. And now in between each of those turns, it's going to wait. So now let's look at it. Pretty clunky. I think 1 second is too long. I'm going to change it to 0.3 seconds. I'm going to change it to 0.3 seconds. There's a tiny little decimal in there. Maybe I should add a 0. Let's see it. 0.3 seconds. Wait. 0.3 seconds. Wait. 0.3 seconds. Let's see what that looks like. Wait. There we go. Now it takes a little bit less time than the J. That's okay. We're going to move on to the H. The H we're going to pixelate. And we're going to find that control under looks. So right now the H is just waiting. The H knows when the flag is clicked, it's going to do something, but it doesn't know what yet. We haven't told it to do anything. We're going to go into looks. And this time we're going to click this change. We're going to change pixelate. So let's see what happens here. But it stays like that forever. That's a problem. We don't want it to stay like that forever. We want it to pixelate and go back. So then we're going to go down and click this block here, clear graphic effects. So now it pixelates and then clears. But we can't see it because it's happening instantaneously. It's pixelating and then it's clearing. So similar to with the O, where we had to add the wait block, similar to the J, where we had to add the wait block, we're going to add another wait block. That's in control. So let's see what happens here. It's going to pixelate, it's going to wait for a second, then it's going to clear. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to animate the N. And with the N, we want the N to grow and we want the N to shrink. So we need to go into looks and we're going to change size by 10. If you look right down here, you can see the size is 100. It's now going to grow to 110. But if it grows to 110, it's going to stay like that forever. So we're at the end of it, we're going to have to clear the graphic effects again. You're probably thinking, don't do that. It's going to do it instantaneously. We're not going to notice. And you're right. So let's add a control block. Let's have it grow. Let's have it wait. And let's have it clear. So now it grows. Well, that's not working. Reset it to 100. Because we haven't told it yet that it needs to grow and then shrink. So we can go back into looks. Now let's test it. Change size by positive 10. Then let's change size by negative 10. Hopefully this will grow and then shrink. Grow, shrink. Grow, shrink. I think it'd be better if it grew a little bit more. So we can change the size once by 10. Wait. Put another event in. And then, so it's going to grow by 10, grow by another 10, shrink by 10, and of course it needs to be balanced. So it needs to shrink by another, shrink by another 10, but you can see that we're missing a wait block in there. So now it's going to grow by 10, wait, grow by 10, wait, shrink by 10, wait, shrink by 10, clear graphic effects. Let's see what happens here. And we're done. Those are kind of the 4 basic moves. By J, bounces down and goes back up, and all of it happens when the flag is clicked.